Hi everyone, my name is Tina Reynolds and I'm here with Mia Lopez, and we are going to give you some tips and tricks on NP Week for social media.
We're so excited that you joined us today. We're going to be talking about all the different ways you and your chapter can get involved with CANP during NP Week, November 13th through 19th. And here we go.
So a little bit about Uptown Studios. We started in 1992 as a design firm, and then we've slowly moved and adopted websites, video, and social media, and that's why we're here today. In 2007, we started doing trainings on social media, and we think that we can help you guys understand a little bit about it and the tips and tricks.
And if you didn't know us already, we work with CANP very closely. We manage all of CANP's social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we presented at the 2015 conference last year and the year before, talking about and showing you how to use Twitter for advocacy and social media so that we can engage legislators and other community members about the importance of NPs in California.
And it's really just about having an opportunity to be social in a way where you're not face-to-face with someone. So let's get into it.
So just a quick review, we have about an hour with you today, and we're very, very excited for NP Week. What and why is NP Week, and how can you get involved?
And how it works on Twitter. Twitter seems to be the one channel that is really hard to grasp, and we're going to get into it and we're going to show you what it is about and how to work it.
And we heard from CANP leadership that Facebook and using Facebook groups with chapters was important to members. So we're going to also review how you can start a chapter page with your chapter to ask questions and get involved with CANP members.
Another thing is Instagram and how important it is to get your photographs out there, and we will get into how to tag the photos so people can find them.
And lastly, ways to influence and engage. We know social media plays such an important role, and with NPs, reaching out community members and letting community members know just how important NPs are to our health system and to us. So, NP Week, what and why? National Nurse Practitioner Week is happening November 13 through 19 throughout all of the U.S. And here in California, CANP is taking the lead on celebrating this week.
And November 13th to the 19th, what we really want to give you is some tips and tricks on how to get your posts out there so that not just other NPs, but your family and friends and coworkers, they're all hearing about the things that you're doing in California and how you're changing the way people see nurse practitioners.
Because we don't need just the support of other nurse practitioners, we need the support of everybody, all of your colleagues and friends and family. So Nurse Practitioner Week was created to recognize the contributions of nurse practitioners, and we're going to show you ways that you can recognize your members and your community in ways that will be easy for you just on social media.
Okay, let's go.
And for more resources, don't forget to visit CANP's website, canpweb.org/events/NPweek.
All right, so advocacy on social media is really one of the biggest benefits of having social media channels, especially Twitter, because what percentage of legislators now are on it?
Well, back in 2014 was our most recent. About 80% of legislators had a Twitter and were involved on Twitter.
Twitter is the place where the legislators' staff is going to find all of the questions, all of the people that are bringing up points that they need to bring to the legislators, and they're going to find you on Twitter. Twitter is the place. That's why it's important to discuss advocacy and how it is that we reach out to the legislators on social media, on Twitter in particular.
Especially when you're tagging, when you're visiting legislators, when you're calling legislators. In person, you can do those things, but also follow up with that on social media. So not only are you engaging those legislators, you are engaging your followers and friends who have the potential to see this as well.
Well, and you could make a phone call to your legislator, and it's only you and the legislator that knows that you've made the phone call. But if you tag somebody and ask them a question in Twitter, everybody can see the question. So if they avoid the question, or they don't answer it, or they answer it in a way that you don't like, it can start a conversation, and you can get other MPs involved in the conversation. So it's a great public forum, and they're all very attentive to their Twitter channels. So if you ask a question, they're more likely to answer you than on a phone call.
And one also very, very important thing to remember while you're sharing all about NP Week on social media, use hashtag NP Week. The hashtags, and we'll review this as we get further into Twitter, the hashtags are what is going to connect your conversation to the national conversation that's happening throughout all of the U.S. on how important NPs are to our communities.
So we are going to go into what a hashtag is?
Yes.
Okay. We get off track really quickly.
And lastly, don't forget to tell your friends and colleagues to become a CANP member. And during November, new members who join will actually get 2 months free of membership. So make sure to tell them and get them involved in CANP. It's the perfect time.
It is the perfect time. Building membership is a big part of NP Week. You want to make sure that you have friends that are NPs that are joining so that you're always building your association, building strength, and building influence.
And associations are more fun with friends anyway.
That's right. And you get to know them at the conferences. And then they're friends forever.
So first off, Twitter review, how it works. What is Twitter?
Twitter is a 140-character microblog. And that means that you have 140 characters, including spaces and punctuation, to get a short statement out about what it is that you want to say.
And so with Twitter, it moves very fast, but you're able to get news headlines out very quickly. You're able to get your message out just that one point, and that's it.
So I had an experience. I was sitting in my house, and there was an earthquake in Sacramento. And I happened to be on Twitter at the time. It was like 8:30 at night. And I just typed in the trending information, earthquake Sacramento, and up pops up all of these posts that, yes, it was an earthquake. It wasn't just the earth shaking under my feet for some worldly thing that was happening to me. It was an earthquake. Live, it happens. It's real time, right now information.
Why Twitter? Twitter, as we mentioned before, you have access to legislators, access to key players and leaders and advocates. Twitter really is the advocacy tool that anyone is using in order to connect with news media and legislators. It's great. Real-time conversations and transparency. If you're tweeting at legislators and they're not responding, their followers are going to know that, and your followers are going to know that. And so it offers a platform for open discussion and to ask questions and to alert them about things that are happening in their community.
And for real, if they don't answer you, you can post it to the other members of NP Week and have them join the conversation. And what it does is it really pushes people for answers.
It's the digital city hall, if you will.
Yeah, so you can hold their feet to the fire.
So before we pull up Twitter, I want to do a quick review of some of the terms that we will be using. A tweet is one message. A tweet can contain photos and a video and text. And as Tina mentioned earlier, it's only 140 characters.
And we'll probably go into a little more detail on what a real tweet looks like and how you can put links into the tweet.
So as you're going through this, you're welcome to pause this screen and take a look at some of the Twitter glossary terms that we're going to be using.
Okay.
And also pause this one.
And pause this one. And if you ever get stuck, you don't have to refer back to this webinar. You can just go to Twitter and search in their search field for Twitter glossary terms. This is where we got all of this.
So let's go ahead and open up Twitter here, and we'll also review some of these terms as we are composing a tweet and seeing how it works. So we are logged into the CANP Twitter page right now, and as you can see here, let me make it nice and big. As you can see here, as we log in, we went to our home page, and this is the CANP timeline. So this is our timeline. This is everyone that we are following as CANP. These are the tweets that we're seeing in the messages.
Those are the people that are following CANP. Their tweets are going to show up on this timeline. So as people are posting, and it's pretty political, it looks like, because it's just before the election. I don't know when are they going to be seeing this?
Right after tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So
still before the election. So you can see here, we have posted 2,200 tweets. That means that we have posted information 2,272 times. And then we are following, CANP is following 1,225 people, and 1,127 are following us back. And what we really want to do is we want to build our followers so that as we are posting our tweets, we know that the information is being sent out to the people that are following. You can like it, you can share it. Well, we'll get into that in just a second.
So with the followers, over 1,100 people have chosen to follow CANP Twitter account. And so when you follow somebody, that means that our tweets will show up in their timelines.
So that's like when we went back to our home page. Is that right?
Yes.
These are all of the followers of CANP, and their posts are showing up in our timeline.
Yes. So everyone we're following. Now, we'll go back to the home page.
I also want to be clear that a follow is not an endorsement. A follow is simply a follow. It means that somebody wants to get information from you. It doesn't mean that CANP is endorsing them or that they are endorsing CANP. It's strictly an information sharing.
So this is a tweet that we have here. This is a tweet from CANP. As you can see, this here is a hashtag. So we've found CANP jobs, and you can tell that this actually is a link. Now, what we'll do with this, the same with NP Week. Let me see if I can find one with NP Week. This connects the conversation. So everybody who uses this pound NP Week will be talking on the same thread.
So we're going to click on that, and we're going to figure out how many people are trending NP Week. Hashtag NP Week. All right, so this shows us everybody that's used the hashtag NP Week. We have just found every post of somebody that is talking about NP Week.
And so you can see CANP is in the conversation. We have Texas Nurse Practitioners in the conversation. CANP San Diego North Chapter.
Yay, San Diego.
Way to go, you guys. And the conversation, AANP is having a conversation as well. This is everyone who's talking about NP Week in their tweets.
So there it is. Every time they mention it. So we did a search by clicking on it to find all of the conversations. So what it does, by using the hashtag, it categorizes the conversation so that you can find everyone that's talking about it.
And when you share your tweets with that hashtag, they will also be in this conversation. Now, as you can see, it's a little quiet right now because we're still a few weeks out from NP Week, but come November 13th, this will be very, very active, and you can be part of that.
So remember, hashtag NP Week.
And so why don't we go ahead and compose a tweet?
Let's do it. So she's clicking on the upper right, the tweet button with the feather. That means you're going to write your tweet. And this box pops up, compose a new tweet. So she just used the hashtag NP Week, and you can see that it's turned blue because it's a hashtag, and that means it's part of a conversation, part of a greater conversation that she's joining.
And what I'm actually going to do, you can see that I've started the tweet. So we're looking forward to NP Week, Celebrate Us November 13th through 19th. And I'm actually going to share the link that's on CANP's website of NP Week.
So she went to the website and she's finding the link for NP Week.
And so I'm taking the link that is on the NP Week page. I'm copying.
And she's going back to the post.
And now I am going to paste it. And I'm going to double check for typos. And now I'm going to send out the tweet. Now that I've sent it, I will scroll back up here, and you can see at the top of our home timeline, we have the tweet and the link to the tweet. Now, all of our followers, our 1,100 followers, actually will see this in their timelines and be able to click on it, NP Week or the link, and see what we're talking about.
And either you can join the conversation by clicking on hashtag NP Week and craft your own tweet, or you can click on the website and you can gather more information about the event, which is what we're promoting here. So let's go through and talk about retweet, liking something. Let's just go through the subcategories underneath each one of these.
Sure. So we've posted our tweet. Let's go to back to NP Week. And let's look for a message that we actually support. So CANP San Diego,
Yay,
North
San Diego,
they've shared NP Week and have promoted CANP, the organization. Now this is great. This is a great example of how you can get involved as a chapter or as an individual. Now I'm actually going to, as you can see right below here, we have the little heart, which is we can like it. So this will tell CANP San Diego that that the CANP California chapter has liked the San Diego chapter tweet. Next, we can retweet it, and what the retweet will do is it will share the message with all of our 1,100 followers as CANP.
So let's go ahead and do that. So you can see that there's a comment where we can add above, and I'd just say, yay, San Diego North.
And I'm going to tag CANP San Diego North in this. So I'm going to start with an @ as a mention. And I'm going to begin typing in their name, their handle. Let's see
there
what
it shows
is.
up at the bottom. Oh, there it is.
So you can see I started typing in CANP. We have a couple different ones that are popping up, and I'm going to highlight and click on them.
So we've just tagged you in this tweet. And we finish our quote to this tweet. And she's putting in a hashtag so that we're tagging the conversation yet again. And then we tweet it. And then let's see how it shows up.
So my tweet was posted, and I'm going to go ahead and go home. And you can see that this is on my timeline. So this is a message that we're sharing with all 1,100 CANP followers. And if I go to our home page, our profile page, it's right here on our timeline as well. So what this does is now CANP San Diego North will get a message that will say, hey, CANP mentioned us. And right here in the notifications, they'll be able to see that we mentioned them in a tweet, and they may like it or retweet it as well.
Yeah, and there it goes. Okay. So this is a list of all the mentions. If you go to your mentions page, it will show you every time your group is mentioned on Twitter.
Yes, the notifications tab here at the top is all of the engagements that other people or other profiles have engaged with your page. So you can see here that we have followers. So Central Valley BNA has followed CANP. Stephanie Porter has followed CANP. These show that Uptown Studios and Nancy Trago has liked a post that we shared, and so on. Here is a tweet that CANP was mentioned in. So it's all of your timeline. This will automatically highlight whenever you have a new engagement.
Which is good for you, because then you can see how often people are mentioning your group, your local, or the California group, or the national group. This is the place where you are being boosted for the work that you're doing and sharing.
And so one other way that you can get involved in NP Week during NP Week is to go to the CANP page at California NP or twitter.com/CaliforniaNP when you're logged into Twitter, and look to see what the California CANP is saying about NP Week or about membership or about advocacy or about the educational conference if you're attending. Retweet those messages and like those messages and share them with your followers.
So if you go onto your own page and then you click onto the CANP page, what you're going to find is that they have crafted all of the posts that you need to do, and all you really need to do is to retweet them and put a little comment. I'm going, I'll see you there, or congratulations, nurse practitioners, or post a picture of yourself with an NP message on a piece of paper.
Yes, a really great example is if you're at a meeting, take photos of your meetings, of leadership, of members, of legislators. Share this. Samantha Gamble-Spar did a great job. She tagged the people that are in the photo. She tagged California NP, and she tagged her chapter. And you can see here, it's been retweeted 5 times and favorited 6 times, which means that she got 5 times the reach in helping to build awareness of CANP.
So let's click on that and see who shared it. I want to see who shared this with other people. So this is showing you all of the people that have gone in and liked it or shared it.
And you can see some are CANP members, some are NP supporters, nurse practitioner students, and other CANP chapters.
Yes, so this is a place where you're building engagement and influence. The whole idea behind Twitter is that we want you to be influential to your friends, your coworkers, the legislators, and the policy and decision makers. And you do this by positioning yourself as having a lot of retweets and a lot of likes. It changes your influence.
And one thing that will help also with the NP awareness, the blue ribbon awareness. A couple years ago, we asked NP members to take selfies with their blue ribbons. And this year, we want to do the same thing. Take pictures with your blue ribbons, hashtag NP Week, tag California NP. With the more people and more members that we can get to participate, the bigger impact we'll have.
Well, and the chances are every time you post a picture of yourself, all of your friends that are also nurse practitioners that you're going to see at the conference, they're going to like and retweet and make comments on your post. So it is just about building influence. You become one of the leaders of the California NPs. The more you post and you're talking about what your issues are and what you're doing, and you're sharing your influence, the better it is.
Yes. And so, as we move forward, so just to recap, ways that you can influence and engage on Twitter. Posting regularly. There's a Twitter app that you can download onto your phone, log into your Twitter profile, and share posts from there, right? Wherever you are. And you can share photos from your phone as well. So it just makes it really easy to engage. If you are a chapter or a leader and you're looking to get people to take action, and members too, make sure to use those calls to action. So sign up now, retweet, share, these messages will prompt followers to take an action that you're looking for.
Another thing is to craft a message that says who's going to the NP conference. And what you want to do is you want to stimulate engagement. Ask questions like, what are the top 3 things that a nurse practitioner should look for in a practice? Ask questions so that you're stimulating engagement. And the more that you do that, the more conversations you're going to get involved with, and the higher your ranking is going to be.
And of course, NP Week is the appropriate hashtag to use during NP Week. And anytime, even if it's not NP Week, using CANP's lead is also a really great hashtag to use.
So again, those hashtags, if you typed in your search, hashtag CANP's lead, you would find all the conversations that have happened that anybody has used that hashtag. So then you join the conversation. The same with hashtag NP Week. If you type it into your search, all the conversations are going to show up, and then you become part of the conversation if you start posting.
And don't forget to tag your messages and photos and updates. Tag California NP. Tag your chapter if they have a Twitter account. Tag your leaders if they're on Twitter. And this will just prompt them to share that message as well.
The last thing is to be social. The whole idea behind Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn is to stimulate you creating an outreach to your fellows that are interested in the same subject. Be social. Ask questions. Respond to questions. Like things that you like. Follow people that you want to follow, and interact with them, because it's going to change everything. It's the way that you become more engaged, you become a leader in your NP group, and you start becoming an influence, so that you're changing the policies and you're helping the decision makers to move towards your way of thinking.
So here's a great example of a tweet that is engaging decision makers. We tweeted at Jim Beal, and we're tweeting at him, but also alerting CANP members. Here's his tweet: this Friday you can meet me over a cup of coffee at Roy's Station Coffee and Tea on Friday at 8:30 to 10 a.m. And we shared this with our members, and a reminder to Silicon Valley chapter members. Check out this event that's happening. Engage with your decision makers. And so by tagging Jim Beal in that tweet as well, he's alerted. He knows to expect CANP members there, and to know what we're trying to do in order to share the great work that NPs are doing.
So this is an opportunity for you to meet Jim Beal face to face. He's told you where he's going to be, and he's inviting anybody that wants to come to talk to him. If you can't make it, now you see that he's showing up and he wants to have a conversation. It's a perfect time to retweet and ask him questions. And you can say, Senator Beal, I can't make it to your coffee, but I have some questions about nurse practitioners. Post the questions. And then he has to answer them because it's on Twitter.
And so it is, again, a great way to engage them. It can be questions. It can be reminding others to engage him. It can be trying to set up a meeting, and he may give you to a staff person.
But that's okay. It's another step closer to meeting the people that are going to be voting on the legislation that comes up.
Yes. And as we mentioned earlier, share your NP Week photos with your blue ribbon. Here's a couple pictures that CANP took a couple weeks ago at the Leadership Forum, and you can see leaders wearing their blue ribbons. Ask a coworker to take a picture of you wearing your blue ribbon at work.
Or take a selfie.
Or take a selfie. Selfies are wonderful.
They're wonderful.
And just show all your support. And you can post this on any social media channel that you have. You can post it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you like Snapchat, you can even use Snapchat. And
that's a whole other story.
We won't be going over that today, but it just shows you, whatever is the channel that you use to connect with others, use that during this week to engage them on NP Week.
And it's really it's such a positive vehicle to show your pride of profession, and to start conversations with people that may not quite know what the difference is between a nurse practitioner and a registered nurse. It's a great way to have the conversations from people, just friends, that go, well, you know, I never have been really clear on what a nurse practitioner does. It gives you an opportunity right there. You're sharing with them and every other follower that you have.
And not to mention, this may also help you connect with people who may also be nurse practitioners. This may be a way for you to expand your network of nurse practitioners and engage with them on your career and your profession and what your causes are and what you care about.
Well, and you know that CANP is watching your conversations and joining your conversations. So if there's things that you want to have happen at your conference, it's a perfect vehicle. You can post your questions to CANP and ask them and say, you know, we really want Uptown Studios to come and do another social media training. Why don't you bring them in? And they're going to respond. They'll let you know.
Yes, you should tell them.
Tell them you want us.
So the next portion of this training, we wanted to go over how you can engage your chapter on Facebook. Now, Facebook pages have evolved a lot, and creating a Facebook page and getting it up from scratch has become harder and harder. But Facebook has really great tools, including a Facebook group. Now, Facebook groups are closed discussions where users can share links, they can ask questions, they can share documents. We're going to go into how to create a private Facebook group so that you can connect with members beyond weekly or monthly meetings.
Or emails, e-blasts. So this is more of a live session. You can jump in on your chapter group once you've been accepted. So your chapter leadership is going to have to set up the chapter group. You're going to request to join the group, and they'll have to accept you. And once you're in, then it is a private group only accepting NPs from the chapter.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up Facebook.
So we have switched from Twitter to Facebook. Almost. There it is.
Almost. So many of you may be familiar with the CANP Facebook page, and there, you know, a lot of people like to comment and talk to each other here. But with the Facebook group, we can actually create a place where just chapter members are talking to other chapter members. So if you log into Facebook and just go to your home feed on Facebook, and on the left, you can see that there is a section called Groups. There are a few groups that I'm already a member of, but I'm going to go ahead and create a group. And I'm clicking, and this setup is really, really easy. So create a new group, name your group. We will call this CANP members.
What we say, CANP members only.
Members only.
Okay.
And you can add some people right off the bat. You can either add their name, and if they're a Facebook friend, they will actually show up as you start typing. Or you can add, if you have an email list of chapter members and their email is associated with their Facebook page, you will also be able to find them through their email address. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to add Tina Reynolds as our first Facebook member. And privacy. So we want this group to be a closed group. We can also make it a secret group so nobody can find it in the searches. I'm going to make it a secret group.
So a secret group might be effective if you were a union and you wanted to keep all of your conversations away from the non-union people. I mean, any two groups that might be butting heads in the real world, you might want to go to a secret group just to make sure that it is very, very private.
Or if you wanted to just do a closed group, means that, let's say you have new chapter members who are looking for you on Facebook, and they search for it, they'll see the group, but they'll have to request permission to join the group.
Right, and that might be better than a secret group.
Yes. So, and what
you do want to be found by other NPs, and then you're going to say yay or nay to them joining the group.
Right. And what else we can do is we want to add this group to our favorites. So we're going to add the group to our favorites. What this will do is it will give us a shortcut right on the left-hand side in the group section and make it easier for us to access it and find the pages that we favorite.
So if I go onto my personal page and I happen to be an NP and I'm a member of this group, it's going to show up down there and I can just click on it and go to the group. So I can get updated to all the group conversations in just one simple click because I've made it appear right on my main page.
So I'm going to go ahead and click Create. You can choose an icon, make it personalized. I'm just going to choose this for now. Okay. Now here is you can see our group has been added to the favorites here on the left-hand side. And this is the members only group. It's closed group, so no one can join unless they request permission and we accept them or invite them. And I'll give you a rundown. You can personalize the group, so you can add a photo. Maybe it's a photo of a leadership meeting, or maybe it's just a photo that you really like. Or
maybe it's your local logo, or it's a group of leadership, or it's your new board, or it's at a meeting with everybody waving their hands. It can be fun. I mean, this is the members only, and what you want to do is you want to share some of your personality of your group. So if your group is a pretty fun group, then I'd put a picture of your people.
And so you can see this looks just like a regular Facebook page. And so you treat it just the same. You can write a post the same way that you would share an update on your personal Facebook page. But you can also, let's say you wanted to set a meeting, you can actually ask a poll and poll members for meeting times and locations and stuff like that.
Instead of setting up a doodle poll that you send out via email and then everybody goes back and forth, you could do it right here in your group. If you can really encourage all of your members to join the group, then you really have some time-saving options just through your Facebook page.
And another great thing about using a closed group is that every time an update is shared within the group, members will actually get a notification, just like a regular Facebook notification, so they know when you're sharing updates, so it's not getting lost in a timeline.
Yeah, it's all right there.
So why don't I'm going to go ahead and to share NP Week to our imaginary group so you can see what it looks like.
There it is.
The link pops up. I'm still going to use hashtag.
Right, because it's going to share the conversation that you're having within your group. Who has their blue ribbon? You can ask who's going, when are you arriving, you want to share a car. It's all of those conversations that you can have within the group.
So I'm going to post this, and now, Tina Reynolds and all of the group members are now going to get a notification that I've shared a post, and they're going to be able to write back, and they're going to be able to share it or like it or get more information about it. Mm-hmm. And so the other great thing about members, you can see who all the members are, and so you can add them on Facebook if you are personal friends with them and you want to connect with them further. So again, we're just connecting with other NPs, the great thing about CANP membership. The second thing that we can do is we can actually publish files. So let's say you have a meeting and you want to post the meeting notes somewhere. Yeah. Instead of sharing via email, we can actually keep track of all of these. So we can create a document and I'll go ahead and click it. You can see that it's just like meeting notes.
Yeah, there it is, blah, 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 testing there, and all your notes.
Publish.
Yeah.
And now everyone has access to these meeting notes. It's also posted on the wall, so all of the members see that there are meeting notes that are shared on the wall. It's an awesome tool.
So if I was at the meeting and Mia didn't put me on the agenda that I was at the meeting, I could just type her a note saying, "You missed me at the meeting, I was there."
Yes, or you could add it yourself.
I could add it myself. I'd rather have you do it. So adding all of this stuff on these CANP members-only groups, it really is a way for you to build camaraderie with your group, so that you are really talking about, well, when we go down to the NP conference, let's meet for dinner, and we really wanted to meet with the San Diego group. Let's invite them, and then who wants to invite them, and how many people do you think should come, and what restaurant should we go to? All of those conversations can happen in this group because you're the only ones that are going to see it.
And if you have questions, like maybe you need a question that only another NP would understand, you can ask those questions here and connect with CANP members. Just get a little bit closer than you were able to before.
So maybe it's a post like, "I'm going to go meet with Jim Beal. Did anybody have any questions that I should ask them?" You know, and then the group can chime in and you become the spokesperson for the group, talking to a legislator and possibly changing their mind on some stuff. So it's a really great opportunity for you to connect and to move further. And what we know is that probably about 80% of the world has a Facebook page. So I will bet that all of the members in your NP group have a Facebook page. So this is a perfect place for you to pull everybody together in an easy format.
And another great thing is you can share reminders. So let's say it's NP week and you want to remind other chapter members to share a selfie on their page or send a tweet. You can do all of that and remind them right here from Facebook.
And they can copy the links right here in the note, in the group. So this post right here, you can say, "Hey, I'm just reminding everybody to share this post on your regular page." And what it does is it extends your reach.
Yep. So again, Facebook groups, if you are interested as a chapter and you have questions, just let CANP know and reach out to them and how you can get started with the chapter page. They are here to answer all of your questions and make sure that you're engaging with other chapter members as easily as possible.
And if you have more questions, we can put on another webinar. And
yes.
It's easy for us. We understand what it is that you're facing, and we want to make this as easy as possible for you. Okay, here we go.
So Instagram. The Instagram portion of this, we're going to be able to review it slightly. We don't, Instagram is a mobile-only application. So if you don't have Instagram on your phone, there's also Google and YouTube if you're ever looking for steps on how to do something.
If you want to drill in deeper than what we're going to cover.
Yes.
I would highly recommend that before NP week, you go ahead and download Instagram onto your phone so that you have it. It's the funnest way to connect with people because it's all about the photo. So you would rather look at photos of your friends than just read and read and read and read. I want to see what you're doing. I want to connect with you on a personal level. I want to know who you are when I run into you at the conference. So download Instagram and put it onto your smartphone.
And when you're taking photos and you're taking blue ribbon selfies for NP Week, share it on Instagram. And on Instagram, NP Week, the hashtags work the same way that they work on Twitter. So it's basically the same thing when you're sharing photos.
And there's an option to share it on
Facebook too. So if you do upload it to Instagram,
it'll ask you, do you want to share it on Facebook or Twitter?
And so you can actually connect them.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's go ahead. I did pull up the CANP Instagram so that you can see what it looks like on a desktop. And we suggest following CANP on Instagram. If you haven't, we do have some fun things in store for NP Week. As you can see, we're posting mostly during conference times, but this is our California NPS if you want to follow us. And let's go ahead and go to a image from last year's NP Week. Now you can see one of the leaders here with a blue ribbon, sharing the blue ribbon photo. We've hashtag nurse practitioners. It's your week. Share a photo of your blue ribbon in action and help show why NPs are vital. Hashtag NP Week.
So the hashtag, it's all about the hashtag in Instagram because, again, you can start searching for your conversation. You search for hashtag NP Week. It's going to bring up all of the conversations where that's been mentioned. Just go ahead and click on it.
So I'm going to click on hashtag NP Week.
So all of these, let's just keep scrolling down. All of these posts have used hashtag NP Week. And some of them...
it looks like National Parks.
National Parks Week. So when you have a hashtag, you have to be careful because other people are going to use your hashtag. So this might be something that we bring up.
Well, it was just for a week, it looks like.
It was just for a week.
Because then we scroll down and we're back to nurse practitioner.
We're back to nurse practitioner.
It's okay as long as 2 weeks aren't happening yet.
Well, and if you were a nurse practitioner at a national park, then you'd have double.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh, you'd be killer on
NP.
So the idea is that the hashtag NP Week, you can find people that are talking about and creating a conversation. And then you post a hashtag NP Week and you become part of the conversation.
And so you can just see these folks sharing images are from all over. They aren't even just in California. Again, the whole nation is going to be celebrating this week. And California, as a California NP, we can really make a bang and let them know that we're here.
Well, and again, this is where California can position themselves as a leader in the nation. And California is a leader among nurse practitioners. And we're here to encourage you to start using the hashtags, and then you become part of the conversation and part of the leadership. Nationwide. And those national parks are going to be envious.
Oh.
Okay.
We shared this. We went over this photo.
Yeah, we did.
So get sharing. Send a tweet, tag California NP.
So again, let's talk about this @ sign right here. Go ahead and we didn't go deep into it. The @ sign is my handle.
Yes. So @California NP is the name and the Twitter handle for CANP.
So if you wanted to reach me, this is Tina. I am @Uptown Tina, and that's my handle on Twitter. And Mia is @Uptown Mia. So you're getting directly to her. When you type the @California NP, you are getting connected to the California nurse practitioners.
And so we'll just go ahead and pull that up and look at it one more time. We have some time here. So I went to twitter.com/CaliforniaNP. And again, this is the handle. So this is Donna E's Twitter handle, Donner DNP. California NP is ours. And this is actually a link. So if we click it, we can then go to their page and see all of the tweets that they're sharing and how they're getting involved in, look, we got NP Week. They have great images of leadership meetings and NP students. Just a really, really great, they're doing an awesome job sharing.
Yeah, and look they're sharing their billboards and their posters and this is just a great way to share what it is that you're doing at your in your local group.
And so, go ahead. Oops. And creating a private Facebook group to connect with chapter members. So go to your Facebook page, try it out for your chapter, see if this is something that will work to get members involved in talking with each other a little bit deeper in conversation other than the monthly meetings that you guys get to meet. This will connect you so that you have connections all the time.
And if it works, it's going to work really well. And if it doesn't work, it's because people are a little gun shy of Facebook and they're not sure of how to maneuver around things. But if you invite them and they accept, then you can start engaging them. And so it can really activate the members that aren't participating at the rate that you'd like to see them participate.
And, you know, if there is technological difficulties with some of the chapter members, have a training. Hold a training at one of your chapter groups. Invite everyone to bring their laptop, their tablet,
or their phone
to access the new chapter page and group and show them how to post and engage in the conversation.
So what we find, we do probably 4 to 6 trainings a month on social media. And fear is still a factor. People are afraid to share. They're afraid to post pictures because they don't know where they're going to go. If you can show people how easy it is and how that they become an active participant of whatever the group is that they're joining, or even on their own page where they're starting to become more and more active, it's just going to build your group.
Yes, it's a wonderful, wonderful tool. And don't forget, use the hashtag in all of your social media posts, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It'll during the November 13th through 19 NP week, or use it before NP week too to help ramp up the conversation. And invite your friends and colleagues to participate and become members.
So this is where membership really grows. And the more the membership grows, the better the membership becomes. So you really want to reach out to some of the people that may go to the conferences or they love their profession. And you're a nurse practitioner for a reason. It's because you have a passion for the work that you do. But if people don't join CANP, then they're missing out on all this interaction that they can have with like-minded individuals. They can learn tips and tricks in their skill sets and become friends. It is about being social media and becoming more social with the people that you like to work with.
Not to forget also the advocacy, you know, all together, all of the NPs in California together and their colleagues and their friends using their voices to advocate for NPs when full practice authority is back on the ballot in the future. You know, we've used this momentum, we've used all of these things like NP Week to gather support so that when it does come back, we are ready to activate the community, activate legislators, and let them know how important NPs are.
All those conversations start again. And then if the more people that are talking about it, the more pressure it puts on the policy and decision makers to move forward with the items that you want to move forward with.
And of course, don't forget the 40th Annual Educational Conference, now scheduled for March 16th through 19th in 2017.
In Burlingame.
In Burlingame. It's going to be a lot of fun, beautiful place, Northern California, and right now early bird registration prices are available, so don't forget to register.
Do you have the link to the website?
Yes, if you go to CANP web, let's look.
We don't want to miss this perfect opportunity to get you to sign up for the conference.
If you go to canpweb.org, right at the top, there's a banner for the educational conference, and you're able to register today. You just click that link and fill out your information and buy your plane tickets or rent the car and get over here.
Or join your Facebook group and then see who's driving, and you can carpool together.
There you go. It's another great tool. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today for this webinar. We had a really great time reviewing Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and how you can get involved during NP Week, November 13th through 19th.
She remembers all the dates. I don't remember the dates, but I do know that you're going to have a good time if you show up at the events. And you're going to have some lifelong friends develop through the social media channels that we're talking about. Just sign up and do it. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you.